Sorry about that, Vicky. Just kind of cut it a little short there.
You got to do mama stuff. I've done mine already.
Yeah. She's just run around. She's my crazy girl.
Yeah.
But I think that's good energy to have in the house.
Yeah.
When you have children running around and they're happy and they're making a lot of noise and they're having fun and they're exploring. I was the grouchy dad that I didn't like that in the house, where my kids always had to be silent when I got home from work because dad had a long day at work. And the energy was just too much for me, and I didn't understand as an empath that a lot of this energy that they were giving me, for me, I already had enough energy. I didn't want to be around people. And so I would hermit myself in my own little office. And when I went through a time in my life where I lived alone, like now, there's days when I come home and I miss that dad's home and the garage door is opening and dad, what did you bring us for dinner? Dad, can we go to McDonald's? Dad, I want this. Dad, can we go to the mall? Dad, I need this. Dad, I miss that now. That energy, that beautiful energy in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like crap that I was for so many years. I'm like, quiet, dad's tired. Need my own space. You guys go outside, do your own thing. I order dinner or whatever the case is, and I miss that now. So I envy you, Amber. You got that great energy in your house with your little one. That energy she provides for the house. That's happy kind of energy. I love that.
Yes.
Definitely. It gets to me sometimes too of being an empath. You soak in so much and you just feel like you can't soak in anymore. It just becomes a lot. So
Oh, yes.
I've literally had to come, down. I was like, Amber, you got to take it a couple of notches. You got to push things back. And that's when I got in touch with the new mite. And ever since then, I got my Mookite Jasper. I got pieces of watermelon tourmaline, which is really good. Like I've had my selenite and I have so much selenite. I have labs, I have my big tower at home, my baby I always carry. And I have the black tourmaline, I've been connecting with my lapis, realizing how to become human again. And that's been a deep experience for me, and realizing spiritual truth. Even as a pharaoh, we used the lapis to get in touch with, that was a common stone that we used. And then, of course, I've been called to use the ronodite and the blue lace agate. This is actually clear quartz, but with clear quartz, you can manipulate it with any crystal that you want. So how big, how small, a lot of people, there you go.
I got mine.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your clear quartz or is that selenite?
Yes. Clear quartz.
Oh, okay.
Selenite. Selenite.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and
Oh, yeah, look at
the
that.
ronodite, yeah. Ooh. Wow, that is beautiful.
That's nice. Mm-hmm.
I think this is the same thing you have, Amber. It's kind of a purplish, light blue in color.
Ooh.
I don't know this. Let's see.
I'm trying to find mine.
Oh, I don't know if you can tell. Can you see the color on that, Amber?
Mm-hmm. It was so.
This is from Carrie, the person you gave a reading to earlier.
Nice. Yeah. And one thing I always tell people is you always have to have a talisman. Okay. So I'm like the year of the monkey. This is my little talisman I use just to have like a special close to me that holds dear. Like that helps, I feel like that was from my grandma and my great grandmother. So I've really held it to me when I do my stuff. Yes. Look at that. That's pretty.
I know. I wished I had my little elephant, but it got away from me.
Aww.
Your elephant ran away? I can be your elephant.
It was. I had it in the storage, and I lost my storage.
Oh,
so.
no. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you the one Carrie gave me as a gift 2 years ago. Carrie, what kind of stone is this? Is this, I can't remember the name of it. It's kind of like a purplish type of color. and it has this little indentation here where there's some crystals in there. Some pool gave me the name for this. So it's purple. Do you see it?
Oh.
So it's got this little, I forget what it's called, but it's got these divots in here.
You say my flower quartz bracelet. And okay.
Okay. That's the three that I have.
Nice. Nice. I did have a piece of like, I've been working with Unikite here lately. Unikite's really good and really nice. It has clear quartz in it too. That stuff is really nice. With the Numite, if you guys have Numite, you can actually use Moldavite with it because they've both been around for so long together that the power with them is like amazing. So that's a pairing that you could use. I thought about that.
Okay, well, thank you for my reading, and I'm going to step down so somebody else can get up.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Miss B.
I'll go ahead and do one more.
Okay.
And I appreciate you. Thank you for allowing me to connect with you.
All right. Thank you.
You take care of yourself.
Before we move on, if you are not following Amber and Tiffany, Amber, I think you changed your name. Is it still Divine High Priestess Tarot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. On Instagram, and then would you please again share with us your upcoming with Twitter? I think you said, and I know you do Clubhouse every now and then as well. Would you share that with us, please?
Yeah. My Clubhouse is Beautiful Cancer. Get on there. I try to get on there a lot to do podcasts. You know, I really try to share, some of the information, some of the downloads that I have on there. Of course, my Instagram on here. Follow me on here, Divine High Priestess Tarot. If you don't see that, on the front it says Ancient Royal Soul on there. That's what I did change. I know that is different than I don't even remember what I had. I was just like chose to change it. That's what it is. But on my Twitter, it's Oracle Gem 5. I'll go ahead and post everything back up again so you guys know. As well as I have a YouTube channel. The Divine High Priestess Tarot is my YouTube channel. And then the Everclear is my professional psychic website. Like I said, that's for you guys. You can write your testimony on there as well. A lot of people have many different things. When I do readings, it changes people. It makes them look at them differently than, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think afterwards I'll message you. I really would like for you to send me all of that information on text to make sure I have it correctly spelled.
Yeah.
And if you'd like to have access to tonight's video as well, I can help you upload it to your YouTube channel or whatever the case is, so that it's something you can use as well. Okay? So I know you said you wanted to do one more reading. We have Tiffany here. I'm going to leave it up to Tiffany. If Tiffany would like a reading, you're welcome to it. Or if anybody else in the room would like a reading, I think I reached out to a couple people and I didn't get a reply. So I'm going to offer it to Tiffany if you'd like a reading, Tiffany.
I would love one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So whoever I was being read to, they told me to use the animal spirit first. I was being told 15 minutes. So whatever I have to do for within the 15 minutes, I feel like is just enough what you need to get where you need to be. I definitely feel like it's that good.
Yeah.
So I'm cool. Are you getting her, Uncle Sam? Get her, Uncle Sam. I'm going to have to give my brother some of my earnings tonight for being a good uncle.
Babysitting. I tell you, that childcare is so expensive nowadays.
So expensive. Oh my gosh.
I'll be like, Sam, I'll buy you some lunch tomorrow. He said, don't test me. I ain't a cheap date. That's okay.
Yeah. I'm not expensive, but I'm affordable. I get it.
All right. What kind of message, Spirit, do we have here for Tiffany? I know she's been going through it. What kind of message do you have for her? You are not alone.
That's a great song.
Who do you think that is with you? Who was you just talking about?
My daughter.
Your baby daughter. She's right there with you. She's holding you. You're holding each other. She's taking you with you. Like mom with you. This is such a highly spiritual connection. One that nobody can take away. Even though it was, it's not going to be. Still there. Like I said. It's always. We do have here number 42, which is a 6. This is total balance and harmony. You balance.
Standby. Looks like we
She froze.
either lost Amber. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we did. We did.
Yeah.
We did. So, if I may I ask you a couple questions till Amber comes back in?
Yes, that's fine.
And if it's something that's too intrusive or too much, you can tell me to move past or move on. I am a medium myself. I am a psychic medium. I don't practice a lot of the psychic abilities, even though I have them, but I do practice energy work and I do practice mediumship. So I'll share this much with you. When I lost my daughter many years ago, it was the hardest thing. You know about that. In the last couple of years, I found out that my daughter has become one of my spirit guides.
Mm-hmm.
And she's been with me through the toughest of times, through the heaviest of times. And there was a time last year when I was going through something very heavy with my 2 sons. I have 2 older sons. And it was so difficult for me with my 2 sons that this thing I was going through. And I was so emotional, and my daughter came to me. And when I looked down, I could feel and see this little girl holding onto my legs. That same face, same smile, same eyes, and looking up to me as if to say, "It's okay, Dad, I'm here." It was beautiful. So it's from that point on I started to embrace the mediumship that
Mm-hmm.
I've been gifted with. And I would like to be a little bit more, continue to use it. So with that, and let me ask if I may, has it been, or how long has it been since you've lost your little one?
It will be 10 years on February 24th. I lost her 2013.
10 years.
Yeah, 10 years. I can't believe it's been that long. 10 years.
Was it something that was unexpected?
It, it was unexpected. About 2 weeks prior to her death, I had a dream. And in the dream, it was my son. He was in the middle of the street and had got ran over by a car. And I jumped up and I was trying to like go outside, and she was blocking the door in my dream. And she looked at me and she said, "Mom, he died. He died." And I forced myself to wake up out of my dream, and I'm crying, and I wake my kids up. I said, I had a death dream.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. Yeah. I get it.
And God was just giving me a warning, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so she died on a Sunday. That Friday, her and I'm always working, workaholic, always working. This particular Friday, something said, take off of work. And I listened to that voice, and I took off of work. And her and I had an opportunity to hang out, and we spent the day together. And it was just God allowing me to have that last moment, you know, with her. And I got up Sunday and went to work, came home, um, you know, and my daughter had passed away in her sleep. You know, she had got.
Tiffany, will you do me a favor?
Mm-hmm.
Before you go on, I'm trying to. There is someone here. I'm trying to figure out who this person is. Will you do me a favor? Would you mind if I connected with your energy? Would you just take any two fingers and put it up on the screen, and don't take it off until I tell you to, okay?
Okay.
So I'm putting two fingers on my screen here. I'm going to try and connect with your energy. Okay. Okay, Tiffany. I'm going to ask you questions. Oh, my goodness. We lost everybody. I don't know what's going on with Instagram, but it's been just really just not been doing well for us tonight. I'm not sure why. But I don't want to go on. I think I will actually contact Tiffany outside of Instagram. For those of you who are here tonight, um, thank you for being here. Yeah, it's kicking everybody out. Uh, Carrie, you're back? Okay, cool. I'm gonna call you up. I'm gonna call you up before I lose this energy. Where are you? There you go.
Okay. That
All
was,
right.
yeah, I don't
Sorry
know what happened.
about that.
It's okay.
Um, so I'm gonna ask you questions. And it might be rapid fire questions without giving me too much. Will you do me a favor and just say yes or no?
Okay.
So there are going to be certain things I will not say here, but I will probably message you in private. That's okay,
Yeah.
out of respect. Um, I do feel a sense of loss. I understand the sense of loss. It is the same emptiness that I had when I lost my daughter. It's like this void in your soul, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes. And this void in your soul, even if it's 10 years from now, I mean, I don't think we ever get past a loss of our own child, someone that we bore. Um, I don't think we ever get past that. But it was to a point where it kind of affected your other children. You said you had a son as well, right?
Yeah.
And the loss affected him as well. He may be too young to understand how to grieve in his own way, but saw that mom had this unhappiness in her and tried to be that person to fill in that gap and that void. And for a time being, you maybe allowed him to feel and to know that he was making you happy, but there was still that void and that emptiness in your life that couldn't be filled, that Only one person, that one person could feel it. That makes sense?
It does. Yes.
And there was probably a time when you went through, I'm hearing the word guilt, and I don't know why there's a guilt that's involved. Um,
Yes.
you blame yourself.
I do. I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay. What does is there significance about flowers? Do flowers mean anything to you? Colorful flowers, beautiful flowers, drawings, or possibly coloring books, or arts, school artwork, or
Um, it's, yes. Actually, I have a artwork that her classmates made her. It's this huge with a flower, and it have her name in it, and it's like, and I take it everywhere that I go.
okay,
I have it with me.
okay. I've seen this. It's a drawing. It's not a professional painting,
Mhm.
but it looked like it was like a school
Yes.
project where we have our children that will draw pictures. Mom, I made this for you.
Yes.
But the intention was that her friends, her classmates, made that for her. So that makes sense. She's showing me flowers, and she actually loves that drawing. And she loves the fact that you find that. Is that like how you're one way of connecting with her through that drawing, through that flower, that drawing of the flower? I mean, is that like a way for you to connect
It,
with her, bring
it,
back that memories
it
of her?
is. It
Okay.
is. I keep it with me. Um, Also, I had no patience. Oh my gosh. She used to always say, Mom, you need to have patience. And I'm like, I'm an Aries. We don't have patience. And the night that she passed away, she had written patience on a piece of paper. And it was like, I found it on her bed.
She wants you to know that she's at peace. She wants you to know that she's in a great place. And I think you know that already with
Mhm.
your background in um, of your religion.
Mhm.
And it took you away from that. You were angry with God for a while. You're upset with him.
Yeah.
And she said, it's okay, Mom. She's in a good place. She's in a place that's filled with love, with peace. What she's trying to say is she is really in a place of love, in a place that has her in peace. And it's something I think maybe you need to know. She's showing me balloons.
Yes.
When when she when she passed on, did you have like a memorial for her, something to do with balloons,
Uh,
or is it something you're planning to do?
we were planning for her 18th birthday, going to the beach and releasing these balloons. That's another story, but yeah, um, it just came to me one day, and I said I want to do that for her to honor her, you know, honor
Mm-hmm.
her life. Um, I wish I could tell the whole story. You know, it's a story to it, and you know, um, I've shared it only with a few people of her life, and everything that you're saying is correct, and I truly know that God gave her to me for a short time, and she was sent here to help me.
Were you so going back to the balloons? I feel like her favorite color was not pink. I feel like maybe her favorite color was something other than pink, possibly red.
she loved she loved, oh my gosh, she had this hideous red blazer. It was so ugly. But she loved it. It was so ugly. Oh my gosh.
Okay,
And she
so she's talking
and
about these balloons. She doesn't
yeah,
want
she
you to wait till she makes 18.
yeah.
This coming February 10th, in 2 weeks or so.
Hmm.
She would really love it if you send her red balloons. That's
Oh well.
her message to you. She would
I
really love
will.
it if you sent her red balloons. It doesn't
Sure.
have to be 1,000 balloons, even if it's just 2 balloons. She would really love it if you sent her red
I
balloons.
sure will.
And when you do that, may I add, when you release those balloons into the sky, have your family sign the balloons. Your other children, your you have an older daughter,
I
an
do.
older child? Okay, her as well.
Yeah.
Everyone in your family who's a part of your family who has connected with her to sign those balloons and release the balloons with her, and she's gonna see it. She's gonna know it.
I am. I would do that for her.
One more thing. She's showing me, and I'm gonna be frank with you, Tiffany. Last night I had a dream myself, and it was a death dream, and it was of a little girl who got hit by a car. And I don't know this girl. I don't know this little girl. And I don't know if it was just sometimes I get the weirdest dreams, but a lot of times I have dreams that kind of foreshadow something that's going to happen to me or someone I know in the next few days. And hearing that story about the dream that you had, I didn't understand my dream last night. I didn't understand about this girl suddenly being be taken from this world. Not necessarily how she was taken, but suddenly taken from this world that's unexpected. And that's what I got out of this dream. And when I heard you talk about that your dream earlier, I just got goosebumps all over my body.
Mm-hmm.
But there's one more thing she'd like for you to do, and I don't know if it's something that you've already started to do, is look into maybe doing some volunteer work with some children, either at a community center, latchkey children, or children who don't have both parents. There's,
Yeah.
you don't have to answer this, but was there a missing parent in her life? Well, I'm asking you, but you don't have to necessarily ask that. You'll know if it makes sense or not, whether it be physically, emotionally, or mentally. There was, she's saying there was a missing parent in her life, a missing part in her life, and it feels like a parent.
Mm-hmm. Her, he was
You don't need to
there, but
expound.
yeah, but not how he should have been. Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, she wants him to know that she forgives him, and she wants you to forgive him. But she is asking about looking into maybe doing some volunteer work with children who may not have both parents or children that are missing one parent. And whether it be spending time with them, reading stories, um, sending them balloons on special occasions. And she believes that that missing part, that void that you have, needs to be filled with something more positive
Mm-hmm.
than grief and depression and PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
And a way for you to fill that void is to become more active in other children's lives that need what you have to offer. Does that
It
make sense?
does. Everything you're saying is correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Wow, I wasn't planning on giving a reading tonight. I was led to call you up. No, it really was. And I apologize if it was something heavy and emotional, but I don't apologize for you needing to hear what was necessary just for you.
No, I'm grateful and I thank you. And I kind of knew you were going to call me. It's weird, but
No.
I knew it. And to this is my beginning to remove me from my comfort zone. You know, it's because I've held on to this for so long. Um, and
Yeah,
I
you
want
lost
the world,
a part of yourself.
yeah,
When
and I want the
you lost
world.
her, you lost a big part of yourself.
When you lose a child, no matter what age, it does something to the soul. And it's hard to articulate it. And it's only when you found someone that has suffered the same loss as you, it's like you don't even have to explain the pain. It's like we just know, we know that feeling.
It's
And
funny. Well, not funny, but it's like for me, it's like I don't want to hear the words "everything's going to be
yeah,
okay." She's in heaven
yeah,
right now. She's not suffering. I don't want to hear that
yeah,
bullshit. You don't understand.
yeah,
I just want you to sit with me in my sadness, and so I can reach over when I need you. I'm not asking you to sit here and blow smoke up my ass because I don't want that right now.
yes,
There is
yeah,
a there's a necessary time for us to go through grief, that loss.
yeah,
It is necessary.
yeah,
It's when we get caught and stuck in that grief. I'm guilty of it. That really it changes us. The way we look, people look at us differently. The
yeah,
way we speak, people speak to us differently. We react a little bit more aggressively. We react even faster than we would have before. But it is necessary for us somehow, whether it be 10 minutes or 10 years later, to find that closure. Spirit is telling me something. Tomorrow morning for you, I don't know how many hours you're ahead of me in continental US, but tomorrow morning, Spirit wants me to ask you to watch the sunrise tomorrow.
mm,
There will be a message for you in that sunrise. You can sit quietly with your cup of tea or whatever you like in the morning and watch the sun come up. There's going to be a message for you. It could be in the form of a certain bird, it could be in the form of a butterfly, it could be written in the clouds. You could actually see angels. You could actually see sparkles in the sky or what have you. But there's a message for you in tomorrow's sunrise.
I received that. Okay,
Okay?
okay. I will do that.
Wow.
I will
Cool.
do
Cool.
it. I will do that.
Thank you for allowing me to connect with your energy. I could feel I the reason why I'm an elephant because I have very heavy energy a lot of the time, and people can feel it when I'm around. And for me, I'm able to deliver some of the more heavier messages that some people who do spiritual work have a difficulty in expressing. But I don't mind giving that heavy messages because sometimes some of us need that heavy message to move past this lump, this obstacle in the road. Some of us need a little push, a little nudge. Some of us needs to be picked up and slammed down over the hump. That's kind of where we are.
Mhm. Sure.
So, with that being said, I truly appreciate you being here. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for allowing me to tap into your energy tonight for everybody who was watching. Amber, we'll probably message you later. Thank you, Amber, for being our guest reader tonight. And Tiffani, thank you for allowing us to share your story with you. Please
Thank you.
know I'm here. If you need to reach out to me, go ahead and do that. Don't be afraid to, okay?
I sure will. Thank you.
You're
I
very,
appreciate
very
you.
welcome.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, take care. We'll see you again. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Only Elephant in the Room. If you're not following anybody who was here tonight, I will make sure I put all that links in our YouTube description. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Thank
Good
you.
night, Tiffani.
Good night, everybody.